For most people who've been arrested for DUI, one of their primary concerns is the effect it will have on their driver's license. The state of Utah has enacted very stiff penalties with regard to driver's license. If it's your first DUI in the state of Utah or any state within the last 10 years, you will be considered to be a first DUI offender for driver's license suspension purposes. On a first DUI, you're facing a suspension of 120 days. You are also facing a requirement for an alcohol-restricted driver for a period of 2 years. Utah is one of a few states that does not allow for work permits at all in the case of a DUI. So if your license is suspended for 120 days, you cannot drive for any purpose, work, school, or otherwise during that 120-day period of time. If you're caught driving on suspension, not only will they add another 120 days to the suspension, but you'll be charged with a separate Class B misdemeanor for driving while alcohol revoked. On a second DUI or administrative suspension within 10 years, the suspension period jumps from 120 days to 2 years. 24 months without driving privileges. Once again, there are no provisions for limited driving, no work permit, no school permit. You simply cannot drive a car for a 2-year period of time. In addition to the suspension, you will also become an alcohol-restricted driver for the next 10 years, and you will become an ignition interlock-restricted driver for the next 3 years. On any third or subsequent DUI arrest, conviction, or administrative suspension, you will also be subject to a 2-year driver's license suspension, and on a felony DUI, you'll actually be subject to a lifetime alcohol-restricted driver's license. The penalties for DUI, the penalties for driver's license in Utah are very severe. If you can't afford to be without your driver's license, it is essential that you hire an attorney who is skilled and knowledgeable with the administrative process, who can do what they can to try to save your driving privileges.